Welcome to another Dave Dye Draws. This week we're doing the Sam Kieth drawing of Batman and the Maxx inking it. Last week was Dave penciled it, so if you missed that, check out the last episode. That was awesome. So
Yeah,
Dave,
here's the here's
yeah.
what we ended up with. Actually, at the end of last show, I should have actually given you a close up of what we ended up with, but that's the pencil. That's roll. Is that all right? Can you see that all right?
You can see that it is rolling a bit for some reason, but
Wonder why? Might be the
it's
light. I
just the
think it's just the
lighting
light.
probably.
Yeah.
There you go.
So yeah, that's the finished pencil. There it is. So took about an hour and a bit just last time, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Let's see. I'll just have a look at what we're gonna the inked version. So I drew that from the inked version. Share screen. I'll just have a look at this. Find out where I've got to go.
Don't worry, I'll only bring it up if it's the right picture.
Here. Can you see that? Can you see
it?
that?
It might come up in a second, or you might need one more click.
Share. Okay. Yeah. So if I share that, can you see that?
Yep. I can't see it yet for some reason. Did you allow? It forces you to allow the browser to do certain things. If you don't click that, then it won't come through my end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I should have got you to set this up beforehand. My bad.
Yeah. Well, don't worry about it. I just wanted to show you. Sharing screen was cancelled. Yeah. Don't worry about it. We'll work that out next time we do some drawing.
Yep.
So we'll get on with it. Right, so you can see what I'm going to do. Actually, last week, what I wanted to show you, g'day, Kerry, was that I thought maybe last week he used these sort of pens to ink, and he may have, and I said I was going to do the same, but I was looking at his inks today, and It looks to me like he may have put down a line with this sort of pen or something a bit thicker, and then gone over it with a brush in certain spots.
Okay.
You could actually see where there was a solid line and then like a thicker brush line over. So anyway, we'll just bumble along with what we've got here and we'll see how it goes. But I'll start off with this thing. This is a uni pin 0.8, and we'll see how we go with this. I normally would myself use a brush, but we'll start with this. So it's just a matter of tracing lines now. We'll start with this. Just all pretty basic sort of stuff. Thing about these things, you can get a little bit of variation with the line, but it's I like a brush or one of these nibs gives me a lot more variety than these, although I can get a thin line there if I want one, but I don't really want a thin line at the moment, so I'll just keep going. And this is all, you can see that line, it's just a dead weight. There's just the same weight all the way through, and it's quite boring. Yeah, I like to get that bit of variety in it, but
Yeah.
I'm not too sure that's what Mr. Keith has used.
Okay.
I think he might have used something like this, but as I said, he got variety in thickness with those lines when he went back over with brush.
That's pretty cool. You can tell that.
Yeah. Now, I hope I've got these lines where I wanted them. I hope I'm interpreting them correctly, because I'm not really going to be flicking back to look at the inks that he's done. I'll just take it for granted that I've got it right.
I like that you do that, Dave. I like that you do that. That you go by your pencils and don't go back to the original picture that you got the pencils from. So it gives it a whole new feel about it. It gives more of a Dave feel about it on top of the Keith. Yeah. Because you're putting your own stuff in there because you're assuming what you meant when you did a pencil.
Yeah. Well, hopefully I'm interpreting what I did correctly. I've got a couple of X's in here, so this must be black, this must be white, this must be black here, and that must be black. So I'll just have to check those, because I didn't put little X's in those ones, but I think that'd be the pattern. So I probably don't even have to check. You just there should be enough information there to let me know that I'm right with that assumption. And like I said a couple of times, if it isn't 100% there, it'll be okay. Yeah, you can rip through this pretty quick when you're just tracing the line like this. Your Wonder Woman turned out all right the other day, mate?
Well, I've left her half finished, and I'm going to finish her this Saturday. Oh, hang on. I'll be at Supernova this Saturday. The following Saturday. I'm glad I haven't scheduled that show, because I totally forgot that Supernova is this Saturday.
Brisbane Supernova, yeah.
Yeah, Brisbane Supernova, I mean, sorry.
Adelaide yesterday, yeah.
Adelaide, yeah, the weekend just been. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I've seen a few people I haven't met yet in the lineup, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's good, mate.
A few people I have met, so I get to see them again.
Yep. Yeah, it's a good thing about cons, catching up with friends and that sort of thing.
And you're not there, so I won't be catching up with any enemies.
Yeah.
My anti-hug enemy. There you go.
Is that all right? I've got the sun coming in on my computer, but that doesn't affect you.
We can see two lines across the top of the paper. That's it.
Yeah,
you can still see the art quite well.
Right. If I look on my computer screen, there's a bit of a glare there. So, but it's all right for you. That's good.
Yeah. I'm sure if anyone else has seen something different than me, they'll say something in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this could be a good opportunity for me to say sorry, Tom, for saying that your picture is someone else's.
Yeah.
He's watching.
Well, was Tom drawing today?
No. Tom's Tuesdays.
What drawing are you talking about?
He drew a picture of us as the Ninja Turtles, or as the ninjas. We weren't really turtles because we had our own faces. And for some reason, I saw a message from Shannon saying, "You forgot my picture." So then I went through my folder to every picture that I'd posted, and I found one that I'd forgot to post.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, I didn't even think about the style. I just went, "Oh, this must be Shannon's."
And it was
very much not Shannon's. It was Mini Tom's.
Oh.
Yeah, so I don't know why I didn't even click to the style, because Mini Tom has a very particular style.
Oh yeah.
When he's drawing that particular style, I mean, I've seen him draw other styles, but when he's doing the Mini Tom, it's very easy to see. So yeah, sorry about that, Tom. Now I got to figure out what picture I forgot that was Shannon's.
Shannon, yeah, you got to find that.
So I don't know. I can't see any picture I've forgotten. So I've obviously not saved it where I should have saved it. So I've got a folder for each episode, and
Oh, okay.
yeah, I can't. I'm looking at every picture here, even though some of them have stupid names because I didn't rename them. I did show them on the night.
Do you download them? Would have been your download files, or
Yeah, I download them, and
you download them straight to that file, or do they go to the download?
They go to the download folder first. I've been checking there as well.
Oh, have you? Yeah.
I don't know what it is that I unless I call it something stupid or dragged over to the wrong folder.
Yeah, these things happen.
Yeah, I'll find it eventually and post it.
I think these lines.
The places I said it was Shannon's.
Yeah, that's a bit of an embarrassment. Yeah,
bit embarrassing, but yeah, I'm not of full mind today, so I'm going to use that as my excuse.
Yeah,
I'm not feeling the best, so the brain wasn't working at 100%.
Oh, that's no good, mate. Just flick these up here, these feather lines.
Oh yeah,
It's just a matter of flicking them up like that.
So you reckon he did the whole thing like this first and then went over?
Yeah, I think he might have. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I think a lot of artists, when they're inking, they pretty much do the outline first. This is how I do mine. I do my outlines, then go back in and drop in the solid blacks, or do the these little rendering marks here. You might be done later on. I suppose when I do my own drawings, I don't finish it as tight as this, so I mightn't have any of these hatch marks or some of these rendering strokes in, so they'd be going in later on. So I'd just be doing the outline, and then I just sort of fudge my way around when it comes to doing the those rendering type marks. But because they're here now, I can do them. Actually, on my own, I'm working on a comic at the moment for Amazing Tales, and I've done a bit with these pens.
Okay.
And I keep swapping, I haven't got to do it with this one so much, but I might do so much with that, and then I'll swap to a smaller one like the 0.3 and put in these little flicks like that.
Oh yeah. Actually, I've got a set where I was trying to teach myself the difference, and I just use the one pen all the time.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, well, so even with even if I did just use this 8, you can get quite a fine line with it, like these little fine lines here I did with the 8.
Oh, yeah, just by being a bit lighter on the hand.
Yeah, just touching a bit lighter. Some of these, I don't think they're things I put in. I think they're something I copied, these little dots and things that he's got here and there, or that I've got here. I think that might be on his.
Oh, okay.
On his original drawing.
I can imagine that. I mean, this is actually I don't know art terms, but this is pretty clean drawing that you're going from compared to some of the stuff he used to do in the Maxx.
Yeah, right.
Clean as I don't know if that's the right word, but it's just the word I'm going to use.
Yeah, meaning clear as in easy to understand and read.
Yeah. It seemed to be like it wasn't like his drawing was messy, but it gave you that feeling being like just full on, just lots of lines and so forth, which this does have, I guess.
Yeah. Well,
but
a bit like a
maybe
Ryan
it's
Vella.
It's making it look less messy, for lack of a better term. Don't get me wrong. Anyone who's a Sam Kieth fan, I'm not trying to say his art is messy. I don't know the words. I don't know the words to describe.
Oh, mate, you'll be getting lots of bad.
I'll be getting hate mail soon.
Yeah.
I got my first dislike on a video.
Oh, what was that one?
It was where I put a filter on my face that made my eyes big and like just staring, and then talking about a comic. Talking about my haul, a whole bunch of comics, indie comics that I got, and it got hates.
Yeah, you upset someone with that goggle eye look. Is that what it was?
Someone got scared, I guess. It's like, it looks spooky.
Was it Halloween?
It was probably close to, actually. Maybe that's why the eyes were available as a filter, because of Halloween. But yeah, so
so you can see, just tracing away here. That's virtually Batman done now. Well, I'll just come in.
Or whoever that is. With that strange bat symbol, I don't know if he's trying to avoid it being actual Batman, or that's just his take on the symbol, or I'm a bit curious about that. Where if the original image was okayed by DC.
Yes.
Sam gives me the impression of someone who'd be cheeky enough to say, no, this isn't Batman. He just kind of looks like him.
Yeah.
This is a Batman, not the Batman.
Yeah, right. Yeah, a Batman. All right, well, that's Batman just about done now. There's a bit of cloak.
Awesome.
That's his cape coming down here.
Oh, okay.
We'll do that later on. I'll start on the Maxx now. All the graphite's rubbing off on my hand. Look,
already, wow. Yeah, I saw the paper you had separating the pages, and there was a lot of graphite on that as well.
Yeah. This paper I'm using here is cartridge. It's just one of those cartridge, those art binder ones. It's not. I usually work on Bristol when I'm doing a comic, but I just thought I'd get it. Cartridge is pretty good though. The main thing is about the how well it holds the ink when we start to ink, and obviously it holds these inks quite good. It doesn't bleed. Some papers, when you start using one of these things, it'll bleed.
Okay, yeah.
You won't get a nice sharp line.
Okay, not to be rude, but error fixed.
That
was stressing me a little. I just fixed the Tom/Shannon error. So.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was stressing me out that it was there, and I'm like, I've got to fix it
now. Yeah. So where did you post that, on Facebook?
Facebook and Instagram. I wasn't even sure you could change Instagram. I've never really fiddled with that kind of stuff before.
Oh, right.
I was thinking I was going to have to delete the post.
I'll just have to turn that because I can't see where I'm putting that line.
Oh, because of the glare?
Oh, no, because my hand was in the way. That's why
yeah,
you've got to move it around, the page around a little bit quite often, because when you're tracing a line like that, you can't see what a line
There's only
is.
so many ways your hand can move.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was doing the Wonder Woman, I don't know if you noticed, I was switching that around a lot because there's just certain shapes I couldn't do from certain angles.
Yeah.
That's a serious middle finger, that one.
It is. The trouble with chasing when you've got such tight pencils as this is it's probably easy to, when you're inking, to miss a line or two. And because you think, I could easily forget to do these little couple here or something, maybe even forget to do his teeth if I get carried away and
rub it out.
Start doing all this and then think, oh yeah, that looks all done. Then you rub it all out and suddenly half the lines are missing. Oh, I forgot to do his eye, or I forgot to do his teeth. And so that's one trouble when you've got such tight inks. I could see happening. These muscles and things here, I think he just makes them up.
Well, he's a mythical creature, so.
Oh well, yeah, could be. I'm the creature.
He's from the imaginary dreamland outback type place, like a dreamscape, weird place that the Maxx is from.
The outback. So I might do those in a smaller pen. I seem to remember from the when I was drawing the pencil that these were quite thin, light little lines. You don't know what these are, freckles or whatever. You probably have to see the coloured version to know what they are.
Yeah, I can't remember actually.
Remember, I thought, oh, he's got blood all over it from his claw, and you said, oh no, it's his.
Oh yeah, that's the effect of him sticking his hands into lava.
I thought this was sort of some of the splattered of that, but it might be something different again. It might be freckles or something, sunspots.
That would make sense. He's from the desert.
Yeah. Well, when he's, did Sam Kieth colour? I suppose he did all the work. So when he coloured, he probably might have done those different colours. We need a colour version to see.
Coloured as well. Might look that up.
Sort of.
Probably look Maxx first and just see if he coloured on that at least. Oh, I remember when the first thing that used to come up was information pages. Now it's an entire page of places you can buy it.
The Maxx.
Just comics in general. I used to, if you search for a comic, you'd get like one of those places that give you like all this information about the comic and stuff, and it was really good. Now it's like a massive list of places you can buy it before you even get anywhere near the stuff that gives you information.
Yeah, right.
I can't even find those pages. I'm just getting places that sell it. Wow. Comic Vine. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. That'll tell us who did what. Colorist was Steve Olive.
Oh, right. Steve Olive, different bloke. Okay, got someone to do that.
And the inker was Jim Sinclair.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Sam
okay.
Kieth
So he didn't ink it himself.
For issue 1 at least, anyway. I don't know about the rest.
I thought he would have done the whole thing. Maybe just the color, even the colors, I thought he would have been.
Yeah, I would have thought that as well. Actually, I'm quite surprised. Yeah, this one he did the colors and the pencils on issue 4. It looks like.
On did he write colors?
So it must have been a bit of a mix and match each issue.
Yeah. Well, I think sometimes it comes down to, are we going to meet the deadline? If we're not, okay, we'll give it to, give us what you got, and we'll get such and such to start inking, or something like that.
That's if that information was accurate as well.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Usually pretty good.
Yeah. Sometimes he's flicking this way from thick to thin that way, and then like here it's going thick to thin that way.
Is that not a normal thing, or?
No, it's just I think it's to describe the shape of what he's what the muscle is or whatever that is, because the way I do with this is if I start there and flick like that, it's thicker here.
Yep.
Than it is here. So if you do that a number of times, this is more. It goes from a darker to a lighter around that way. See, so that means that this is more in shadow. So you might even down here you might have a black shadow like that, so that you're coming out from a black shadow as it goes around to the lighter stuff. But yeah, I would have thought that because the light is coming from maybe this way, that you'd do it all the same if that's what you're trying to achieve. But it mightn't be the effect he's trying to achieve anyway. It might be for another reason. They say that establish your light source and then maintain a constant light source, so all your shadows are on the same side and all that sort of thing. When you're doing your drawings and stuff, but I don't think it matters sometimes just as long as the drawing works. Yeah, that's the main thing.
Someone mentioned that was something the other day, that sometimes you just do stuff because it looks cool, not because it's accurate.
Yeah, that's right. It doesn't have to be spot on. And the thing about rules, they're there to be broken.
I hear that a lot, actually.
People say, oh, you got to do this is what you got to do, and don't do that because that's wrong. And then you go to someone else's art and they've done exactly what the other person said not to do.
And it works.
Yeah, and it works.
Well, it's coming up pretty cool for just the pens, and you've still got the brush.
Yeah.
Even more depth.
Yeah, that's right. That's what the brush will do. Give it more depth. You just tell me if I start inking something that's not on the screen, and then I'll move my page, because sometimes I sneak down here and I don't look at the screen to see if I'm still on the computer.
That's cool. I'll say something.
The camera. Yeah, you let me know.
If I notice, I might be, drooling over the artwork and forget to watch your pen.
might be daydreaming, checking your lotto, whatever.
Daydreaming, checking the lines, checking the artwork, checking the shapes. I'm going, wow. I'm going,
See
what?
that
Where's
there?
Dave's hand again? What?
Yeah. Start down here because I'm going to go up like this. It's easier for me to go that way rather than pull it down. So
He's made his cape look quite fluid, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, we got Dan May says looking darn good, Dave.
Good on you, Dan. Thanks, mate. See these spots here? I'd do that if I had my brush. I'd do these on the underside. I'd do them heavy, thicker. And I could do it all in one stroke. I could just do it by altering my pressure on the brush. But well, I might do that anyway when I come back with the brush anyway, because I've got to come back over it anyway. Ooh, that sunshine on there.
Yeah.
Bloody daylight saving, mate. Oh, am I on a page yet?
Oh yeah, you're on. It was all good. What was I going to say? Nah, must be a lie.
It'll come to you later, maybe. Because I'm not having to refer to anything. It's a lot quicker and easier to do this than quicker to pencil.
That's what I was going to say. It's like, how are you drawing with the table wobbling like that? And then I realized
it's the camera. Camera's right there.
I'm like, whoa! He still draws with it wobbling like that.
I'm doing this on the back of Dinky.
Alex would be proud. Gave us a new drink and draw. Not animation, but like drawing. I can't think of another better word for it, but yeah, drawing with Dinky and all of us on Dinky.
All right.
Yeah, except Nick May, he's behind Dinky with his Converse on. So maybe because he's got Converse, he doesn't need to ride the horse.
He's walking, not riding. Sorry, Nick, no room for you, mate.
Oh, if you saw the picture, you'd understand there's no room.
Yeah,
Dinky's full.
He's not a very big horse, really. So to get everyone on, I'm sure he'd be, if he saw the picture, he'd probably think it's a very bad idea. I'm not doing that very well. I'll move that a bit. I've got to move this a bit because what I did then was I had an odd angle and I was trying to push it, and they're not parallel. So you want to try and get them parallel if you can.
Cool.
Hatch in here. When these little ones are pretty easy to, keep straight because it's just short. But when you've got a longer one, you've got to move your hole pretty much from your elbow.
Okay.
Where you're swinging from. But these short ones you can just do them from your wrist. Lock your fingers and sweep your wrist up.
So there's cape going between his.
What's that? No, that's the cape.
I don't know if it's the cape or his shoes, because I remember his shoes are pretty wild.
I think
Pretty
that's
wild
his
since I read the
cape.
Maxx, actually.
I think the cape.
Oh, wrapping around his leg. Yep, I see it
and then
now.
it's coming down there. Yeah, I don't think you can see the Maxx's feet in this. Then it sort of comes around here. There you go, off the page. That bloody bit of sunshine's a nuisance, isn't it?
Yeah, it's moving down the picture.
All right. How's that?
Still, oh, no, still there.
Bloody.
And no, this is bad.
Couple of minutes, hang on.
Couple of minutes to be gone. All good.
Yeah. Bugger it. Oh, well, let's see. I'll get in the way. Yeah, that's it. I'll move my chair around.
That's a spirit. Block the sun.
Yeah. All right. So where was I here?
Mm-hmm. This is what I always find fascinating when I look at other artists' stuff. The things they draw sometimes look really awesome but don't make sense to me. I'm like, how would I ever draw something that doesn't make sense to me?
Yeah, you've got to. Yeah, that's right. You've got to sort of understand what you're drawing to get a likeness if you're copying something.
Yeah.
Because yeah, if you don't understand what you're drawing, you can do anything. Anything could happen. You could, like, I think that's happened to me before, actually. I think I've been copying something and I haven't really understood it, and I've just interpreted it as best I could, and then later on I realised, oh, that was a nose. Now it looks like an ear because it's over on the wrong side. If I had known it was a nose, it would have influenced me to put it more central, you know. So that's what the sort of effect that can happen.
Yep.
If you don't follow, or, you know, this cape, for example, if I didn't understand what that line was all about, I could do this at the wrong angle and have it coming up. Maybe if it came up here, it wouldn't really match up with this one because I think it comes around like that behind his arm, so it makes sense. But if I had to put that at a little bit up that way,
it wouldn't make sense.
Going that way, it wouldn't make sense then. So it's quite important to understand what you're actually interpreting.
Yeah, we got 4 likes on the video already. What's everyone doing? Come on, press that like. That's almost as many hates as I got on that video. Or dislikes. That's probably hate's probably a bit of a strong word. Dislikes. I scared too many people, I guess.
Yeah, when we were kids, we were taught by mum and dad, never say you hate anybody. Hate is not a word for you to use.
Well, it's a very strong word, and you've got to really mean it to use it.
That's right. It's very strong. It's very intense. So we sort of very rarely use it. You can see that. Yep. Right, yeah, it's just a couple of these couple of lines up here. I'll do these ones with this thicker pen.
Mm-hmm. I think I can answer Dan's question. I believe the original picture is black and white, so I think Dave will be keeping it black and white.
Yeah. We'll show you the finished picture at the end of the show, Dan. We were trying to set it up so that we could show it while I was drawing, but we left that a bit late and we had to start the show. I wasn't organised enough.
See if I can find it. Okay, that's weird. There is a coloured version of it, and I really don't like it. I think it's way better black and white.
Oh, right. Maxx is a sort of, what is he, a sort of magenta colour, isn't he? Reddish, purplish, pinkish.
He's purple. Colour. Yeah, it'd be more purple. I don't
purple,
know.
Is it? All right, okay.
Yeah, bright purple, yellow gloves. I'm trying to see a version of him with the spots. The spots are yellow, I think. No, the spots are no color. They're just patterns in the purple.
Oh, right.
That's weird. I'm getting two people credited with this picture.
Ah.
Sam Kieth is one. Maybe Sam Kieth did the pencils. This other fellow did the inks, maybe? I don't know, it's hard to tell.
It's the ink one you're looking at, or the colour version?
Google's not super reliable. If someone puts the wrong facts in there and enough people go to the page, Google will think it's the fact.
Yeah.
So it's a bit unfortunate. Oh, but the other fellow that seems to be credited with it is oops, I've gone down the page too far. Someone called Albert Moy.
Okay.
He's got his. He might. Yeah, I don't think yours had this signature down the bottom, so I think he's gone over top of.
Yeah. Mine did have a signature down here.
Like okay. Well, I'm not familiar with either of these artists' signatures, so I wouldn't be able to tell you whose that was.
All right.
Yeah, and you look at this one and it says it's the Sam Kieth variant cover. So I don't know. I haven't watched this sort of I haven't read this sort of stuff for ages. I remember if you had have asked me this, say, in the late 90s, I probably could have spotted if it was his or not.
Yeah, right.
I'm not that familiar with the art anymore. So I used to, well, yeah, anyone who reads comics can do this, where you can spot your artists that you know, just by looking at the art.
Yeah, that's right.
Because you're always looking at it, studying it. Oh, and it's a cover of a DC comic. So there you go. It is the actual proper Batman. He's just drawn a very weird logo for him.
Oh, yeah, right.
But there's other pictures. There's other pictures here in the stuff I'm looking at, and he's got that weird logo in all of them.
Right, I think. Oh, hang on. I can do these up here. These clouds.
Are you going to do the weird effect?
Yeah, there's
smoke
sort of a
bank has to be.
cloud. I'll do it with a lighter. I might do it with a 5.5. It's just like smoke or cloud with thin lines.
It's kind of coming off these guys, so I would guess smoke.
Now, when I put these down, I wasn't really paying a lot of attention to where I put those lines, so I don't know how they all relate to the drawing. We'll find out when we get the original back up.
Yep.
But they're pretty, they're not very important, I don't think, to the overall drawing. I guess people might argue different. That's right. It was like, remember last week we were saying how it's sort of like cloud, and then it just sort of like it turned into a goo or something down here. It sort of
Yeah, that's what it looked like, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's really hard to find a decent version of the one you're doing when you look for it on purpose.
Yeah, right. I don't know where I got this one from. I don't know what the site was. I think I googled high res Sam Kieth pencil sketch or something.
Yep, cool. Because I found the book it's from, and I'm getting a million pictures that aren't yet.
Oh yeah.
Maybe if I write black and white. I'm getting a lot of color pictures.
Yeah, there could be some more lines and stuff in there that I.
Yeah, there's a lot actually. There's a lot. Yeah.
All right. There's a few lines here. I think I'll do those with the brush. A few little hatching lines. So I'll get the brush out now and my ink. Well, oops, I knocked it over just as well I had the lid on it.
Oh.
I've got a old hobby paint thing I put my ink into. So that was lucky I had the lid on. Where's my water? Here it is. I'll take the water.
Well, I'm getting some weird pictures. I'm going to give up. I started getting turtles and Wolverine and stuff, and I did not put that into the search.
Yeah, right. Okay. That's not what we want. All right. That sun's still there. Bugger. All right.
It's lower down the page now, though. So it is moving.
Right.
Now it's right bang smack in the middle of the page. Not right. You can't see it when you're sitting where you are, but yeah. When you moved for a second there, I could see it.
Yeah. All right. So I've got an X in here, so this must be.
Hey, Jackie.
G'day, Jackie. How are you?
He calls me sausage sizzle. Cracks me up. And Whack Comics, hello.
Hey, Whack.
Fine. And yes, I
Yeah.
will be at Supernova this weekend unless I continue to be ill. But even then, I'll probably go, even if I am ill.
Yeah.
So I don't want to miss out. It's not like I can go the next week.
No, that's right. They only come around once a year.
Yeah. It's funny. I keep thinking I've got to be quiet and still while you're doing this.
Oh, you can get up and dance around if you want.
I don't think it'll make much difference to your house.
I don't think you'll bump me table.
I'll try not to. Oh, wrong way.
This should really start popping when we get these shadows in now. You know, it'll start looking like something good. Get these dark
You said it like it wasn't already.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot to turn my watch off before we started.
That bloody sunshine's still causing trouble.
Damn you, daylight saving.
Yeah. See, some of these lines, I'd probably spin the page around a little bit, but I've got to sort of stay where I am at the moment with the sun coming in.
I wouldn't worry about it too much. It doesn't glare the screen. It's a bright stripe across the picture, as long as it doesn't interrupt you.
Yeah. Be black in there, I think.
Really does bring his cape to life.
Yes, yeah.
That shading.
That there, see, that's his forearm there. We're just got to do a little bit of hatching there. Oops, I'm getting out of camera.
Oh shit! I didn't say anything. Sorry.
Yeah.
Told you, I'd be enthralled by what's happening until you forget.
You got distracted, mate.
We need someone else to do this. Any volunteers? People who pay attention.
Gary, come and take over.
She says I have to pick up my axe or she'll be out here in a second.
Yeah, right.
Do your job, Sis. That's what she just said.
I'm pretty sure these are fairly thick. That's why I saved. These are hatch marks down the bottom, and I'll just do them with the brush because I think they're fairly thick on the drawing.
Yeah, I have no reference, so I can't help you.
Yeah.
I have a funny feeling what I was referencing was someone inking after Sam Kieth. Doing the same job you're doing, so.
Oh, I see.
It wouldn't have been a carbon copy.
This is quite a good brush, this one. It gets a nice point on it.
Mm. It's funny in the color version, it's the gray and blue Batman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I don't like it. That it just doesn't suit this style of art. It just looks
What
weird.
what's the other Batman? I don't know him.
Oh, you got the Batman who's like fully black.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and I think there's other variations in between, like gray and black and stuff like that. But yeah, this
Yeah.
is the blue and gray,
Now this is the
and that.
one I'm used to seeing.
Oh, okay, because
That's
that
the
that
old style, is it?
yeah, and it's sort of like the shape of his head at the top there. Just coloring it blue looks odd. I don't
Yeah,
know, it could
right.
just be me. But look, the colored version looked. I just it needs to be black and white. It just lost a
No,
lot of its
better
coolness.
write a letter to Sam Kieth and complain.
I will. I've already started typing it up, Dave.
I'm guessing that these are hatch here and not solid blacks. I've put when I drew it, I put hatch lines in there.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have a look when we get the proper image up. Well, that's solid in there. I've hatched that, so
It's hard to tell because I can't quite make out what all that is. I'm having troubles reading what all that weird shape is.
yeah, right. Yeah, I know when I was drawing it was quite complicated
Hmm.
because it's
If it's his cape, it's quite a weird shape.
yeah, lines going all over the place. See, I didn't put X's down on all the spots. I probably should have last week when I drew this. So
Keep spelling Sam Kieth's surname wrong.
oops. Okay.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, I loaded my brush up and I was just going to hatch this, and there was too much ink on my brush, so I had to find another big shadow area. Use some of that ink up. And we're bound to this symbol. Nope, nearly getting out of the camera. Sort of where I am, where I do my work during the day, I'm over at the drawing board and I've been inking standing up, and I've been holding my ink bottle in my hand just because of the way the workstation's sort of set up, and so I'm sort of used to doing that now, having it in my hand. See, that
That
was a
would throw
mistake.
me.
I just made a mistake there, so I'll have to wipe that out.
What was the mistake?
There's a blob of ink where it shouldn't be.
Oh, doesn't come up on the camera very well.
All right, think of it all that. Here's some black. That's all black in there. Normally, if I was inking this, I'd have the original image up so I could compare and see, but I haven't got it up at the moment. Like I said at the beginning, I'm just inking my pencils. So once I get all this down, we'll just have to check the original and see what I've missed, because I think there might be some more blacks down here, solid blacks that I've missed. When I was penciling last week, I wasn't paying a lot of it. Oh, I don't know what I was thinking. I was just thinking about drawing. I wasn't thinking about putting other black bits in then.
And I found it.
You got the one?
It turns out this Albert Moy fella is actually someone who was selling the original art.
Ah, right.
And that's why his name's against it. He's not actually
right.
he didn't ink it or anything.
How much is the original going for?
It just has where the price was as sold.
So
who knows what it was.
I've just extended that little shadow there. I don't know if it's like that in the original, but I thought it needed it there.
It is actually. Oh, it's very similar.
All right. Must have been something I didn't pencil last week.
And that's what we want. We want to bring this picture up for you. Let's see if this program can handle it, because it's a pretty big picture. Yep. Can you see the screen at all? Can you see me?
Yeah.
Yep. Do you want me to bring it up, or you want to just keep?
Yeah, bring it up and we'll check a few things. All right. Can you zoom in at all?
No, not with this program.
Oh, that's all right. Anyway, I can see there that this has got to be black. This has got to be black in here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little bit of hatching coming down there. And the rest is black. This is black. It's black. This is black. Is that? Oh, no, it sort of comes. It sort of comes around like that. Something like that. Okay. We'll come back to it later. Can you flick it up and down a few times? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's got to be black in there. That's right.
Yeah, it's definitely not your pencils. I can't make head or tails of what that meant to be, that shape in the middle there. It's the cape curling back in on itself.
Yeah.
That's all I can think of. What would make that weird shape that he's put in there? Whoa. Okay, I'm looking at some of the other Sam Kieth art this guy has.
Mm-hmm.
And the lowest one is 4,000 American.
Whoa. $4,000 for one page.
One page of original art.
Okay.
Some of them are 7,500. A lot of them are sold. so I don't know what they were.
Jeez. Not bad. Oh, it's good art.
Mm. It's got a very unique style, so I can understand he's very popular.
Yeah.
And I guess that's what does it, popularity.
Yes. All right.
And being well known, I guess, is also the other part. So when we auction this off, we'll start at 4,000.
Yes. That's right.
Dave Dye over Sam Kieth, original.
Yeah. I don't know what happens down there. We'll just
I've gone off the page. Sorry, I wasn't doing my job.
Right. Yeah, mate. Come on. Kerry will be in there to sort you out.
Too busy getting excited over this $4,000 picture you're drawing.
All right. All right. That's just about it. I just got to. This might be a bit of. I'm going to drop some black in here just because I've got a lot on my brush. I want to get rid of that there. I think that's all solid black in there. If I was drawing it, I would do that solid black.
Mm-hmm. That's the way. Add some Dave flavor.
And that. Just looking for any bits that I've missed there. I think I've got all the ones. Yeah. Can you just bring that picture up again, please?
Yeah, sure.
All right. He's got some sort of hat, some. All right. Done that. Sort of got some here. Just take a bit of that ink off that brush. I'm not too sure how he's done that.
Cool. I'll take that down. I'll give you a bit of a closer look. I've clipped off his ears to give a bigger picture.
All right.
Here we go. Is that a bit more useful?
Yeah. All right. So I put black in here. It's in. Oh, you can't see where I'm pointing. But anyway, yeah. He left that white. Okay.
Oh, okay. I didn't notice that. Sorry.
That's all right. That's okay. That's about right. Bit of black in there. Shadow. Now up here I noticed he on this line around here he went over his black line with the brush. So I'll do that.
Oh, yeah. I've noticed that's common actually, where there's two characters, the line between them is made thicker.
Yeah, it makes the front
to
one
separate
stand
them.
out. Yeah. Just like that. Right. I'll just have a look at my version here. All right, so you can still see me, can you?
Yep, still see you.
Put a darker line down there, thicker line.
Ah, yeah.
And that tapers in just there. He's got some little ticks in there. That's enclosed. A couple of dots here and there. Get some. So you got
I was
some.
about to scroll you down to see what you were doing. I just put my mouse over the picture, over the screen, and tried to scroll you down. I really am looking at this like it's a piece of art on the web rather than part of a show that I'm on.
That goes there.
Classic.
That's how it goes through there like that. All right, okay. Let's just put these. Actually, he hasn't put those with a brush. He'll use his pen. All right. What about up the top there? I've got that. Right. Bit of heavy line under there. Bring his chin forward. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, that's all about right. Bit of a heavy mark around his eye. Bit of a dot with black there. That's all. Yeah, reshape that. All right, that's about that there, I think. All right, I'll just wash me brush out, put my lid back on there, finish with the brush. Get it right. Now I come back with the pen. Just put a heap of, he's got lines sort of going everywhere.
Oh, yep.
Just all these little fiddly lines you could probably go on here for. That's like a tendon he's got there. Going back. Just a lot of fiddly little lines in here now. Just to finish off. There we go. It should be. Yeah, we go for time, sis.
Probably on the Maxx, my friend.
All right, I'll just put these.
Funnily enough, the Maxx.
Yeah, let's. All right, I'll just put these. Just put that lid on that before I knock it over. Just put these couple of lines in here.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot more little dashes and dots all over the place there, but I won't keep working on that. I'll just rub out the pencil now.
Oh, yeah. Show off the awesome ink.
Oh, there's some. I remember saying you miss, when you got tight pencils, you miss some of the lines. That's an example there of a line
Yes.
that I missed with the ink. What is that? There should be black. Can you see where I'm working?
Yep, I can see. Well, yeah, I can now. Sorry.
Should have done that with the ink, but it doesn't matter. It wasn't a big bit. Hatching.
I didn't even notice that bit.
Look at that.
No. Too
Yeah,
soon.
Yeah, that's what you get when you're Russian. Bloody Russians. Bloody Russians. Oh, there's somewhere else I made a. Oh, yeah, it's near that thing there. So I'll just touch that with a bit of before we finish.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show you how I get around that. This is, as I said, this is cartridge paper, and it's sort of. I've got some grey here that's hard to rub out. It's a bit more toothy than Bristol board, Bristol paper. So it sort of hangs onto the graphite more than the Bristol does.
Oh, so that'd be why you use the Bristol for when you're doing comics and stuff. So it's a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
so it's not
and the Bristol's nice to ink on because it's the ink and the pen just sort of glides over the smooth surface.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've had some papers that are really nice and slick to work on, and it just when you're inking with one of these, you really notice it because it just glides over like I don't know.
See, in my brain, it feels like the ink wouldn't stick if the paper was smooth.
Yeah, well, that's right. I suppose there is. I have had some paper that reacted funny like that. No, but it still stuck all right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still stuck all right. All right, that's. I spend a lot of time rubbing that out, but you don't want to watch me rubbing that out. I'll just get white out. Oh, I can get this one. This probably needs a stir.
Oh yeah, the little ear of the Batman symbol.
Yeah, just needs a bit of a stir. It's pretty thick. Haven't opened that one for a while. It's like thick gouache. And so you just paint it on. Can you see where I'm working there?
I can see the bit where you're doing it down the bottom there. Okay.
Yeah. That's a
the smudge.
Yeah.
Yes. Get rid of the smudge.
Smudge is gone. No more smudge. And where was it up here? There's just a tiny bit.
Oh, look at that. It's like it never happened.
Yep. There. All right.
Amazing, Dave. Amazing.
Yeah, well, that's pretty well it. As I said, I could poke around on that for another hour, just dropping in little tiny dots and that because he's got so much of it there that he's, there's a lot of work in what he's done. So, yeah, that's...
looks awesome.
Finished page.
And believe me, people, this looks way better in black and white.
And you'd bring up the actual one I did it from, Sis, again?
Yep, I'll bring up the full version rather than the cropped. There you go. Sorry about the, what do you call it, watermark, but I couldn't find one with that one.
Yeah, that's right. So anyway, there we go. It's pretty
awesome.
Pretty close to the same. A few things different, but anyway, yeah. All right. Well, it's been fun.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. Much appreciated.
No worries. I enjoyed doing it. It was good fun.
You got a hell yeah.
Thanks, Dan. Good on you, mate. Yeah. So I don't know. What do you got? Any ideas what you'd like me to do for next week?
Is there any other artists you want to give a go?
Well, I've got 100 of them. I could choose my artist. I suppose I can choose another one. It would be a surprise. I'll think about it.
Cool.
I could do another, like old school. Last time I did Jack Kirby. Maybe I could do another old school one, and then the week after I could do a more modern one. Maybe Jim Lee would be.
I like that. That's a really cool idea. Swap each week.
Yeah, so do old school and new school, old school, new school. So, yeah, maybe like Joe Kubert or someone like that next week, something like that.
Awesome. Awesome.
All right, well, I'll hang on. I'll just get rid of go back to my camera so I can look at people.
Show us your pretty face.
Yeah, so all right, well, everyone watching, thank you very much for watching.
Much appreciated. And
thanks, Sis, for giving me an hour of your time.
Pleasure. Absolute pleasure. I love watching you do your work, do your magic, mate. As I like to call it, Dave Magic. Make beautiful things with black ink and paper. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Just remember Remembrance Day, 11th, 11 o'clock on Saturday. So you got, when it's 11 o'clock, pause for a moment to remember our fallen. That'll be great. Agreed. I try to do it every year, unless I miss the hour, then I do it when I remember. Excellent. All right. Cheerio, everyone, and we'll see you next week. Yep. Thanks, Dave. See you next week. Well, before next week. I was mixing up when the drinking draw was on. Oh, that's right. Yeah. It's the week after. See ya. Cheerio. Like, share, and subscribe.